We're rolling into the third and final day of PowerGen International on a high note here in Orlando. Hi, I'm Teresa Hansen, Vice President of Global Content for Clarion Energy. PowerGen 2018 feels like a win, both for us and for those who have attended and exhibited. Peabody Coal announced its awards for clean coal technology innovations, and Wednesday saw Day 2 keynotes from Scott Strazik, the new CEO of the new GE Gas Power Division, and author, economic advisor, hedge fund manager, and television sparring partner, Todd Buckles. Quite informative and entertaining. Rod Walton, our PowerGen content manager, will talk about that now.
Hello, Teresa. So many meetings, so many products unveiled and celebrated and sold. PowerGen is a networking center of gravity, but it's also a place to learn new things. We are certainly one of the first crowds to hear from Scott Strazik, who recently became CEO of the new GE Gas Power. And of course, he talked about the competitiveness of gas-fired generation on both the U.S. and global energy fronts. It was a bittersweet day for Todd Buckles, our other keynote speaker. He was glad to be at PowerGen, but knowing that his former boss, the late President George Herbert Walker Bush, was laid to rest. And we observed a moment of silence for the American hero. Buckles' freewheeling and energetic keynote highlighted all the ways the world has changed. For instance, the fall of the Berlin Wall during Bush's era led to globalism, led to a U.S. labor pinch, led to a backlash versus free trade, led to Donald Trump. Not a political statement, but an economic one. And energy providers, Buckles said, must stop being the middleman in this economy. Don't just run the turbines, but be with the customer in the last mile as well. On the content session side, the summits were alive with the sound of power and forward-thinking power at that. Dominion Energy leaders spoke in the Emissions Cut It Out session about their sustainability initiatives, both with respect to renewables and relicensing for their nuclear plants. Jennifer Runyon, our content leader for renewables and the upcoming Distributech show, moderated an Italian trade webcast on electric vehicles. Good stuff. We may be winding down Thursday, but we're going out with a flourish. Teresa, back to you.
Thanks, Rod. So true. Thursday still has plenty of content on the exhibit floor in the form of the hugely popular knowledge hubs. This is our first year for these, and the response has been wonderful. Industry thought leaders talked about energy storage, nuclear energy, and solar, as well as many other things. Our exhibitors are not only showing off their products, but also announcing innovations. Rolls-Royce talked about its new line of engines and digital solutions for remote management of power plants. But whether it was ABB, ASCA, Doosan, or any of the hundreds of exhibitors, they offered great insight and innovations for the future of the power generation mix. They play a vital role in our industry, and we're glad to have them at PowerGen. It wraps up Thursday afternoon with a car, a Mercedes. Some lucky attendee will someday be asked where he or she got that sweet ride, and they can say it was at PowerGen. And you're welcome. To everyone who attended, exhibited, spoke, or even just watched us here, we say thank you. PowerGen 2018 is almost in the books, and it's been a great one. For Rod Walton, Jennifer Runyon, Elizabeth Ingram, and the rest of the Clarion team, I'm Teresa Hansen. Thank you, and see you next year in New Orleans.